today I'm finally wrapping up the last vlog on the story of Joseph and Genesis as a whole. So the way it ends up is that Jacob is now dead, and the brothers become very afraid that Joseph was going to retaliate. So they concocted this story and said, "Hey, our father said that you need to forgive us." Of course, we never heard that. We don't believe that was true but Joseph explains to them, you don't understand that even these tragic events God was able to take and turn them into good. Because of these events that happened in Joseph's lives, God was able not only to save Joseph, but save the family, save Egypt, save so many nations. And it was so important that the family of Joseph be saved, because again, that was the chosen family that God was going to use, that through them all the nations of the world would be blessed. So the seed had to be preserved. And God sent Joseph on ahead so that he can prepare the way for when they come, so that they can be preserved. And this family can one day emerge out of Egypt as a great nation. So Joseph dies and he is buried like a prince of Egypt. And he is mourned by his family and mourned by the Egyptians for many days, because he was such a great man in Egypt. And that brings his story to a close. And that brings the book of Genesis to a close. So that's the end for us. So I hope you enjoyed this series on the book of Genesis. I absolutely love the book of Genesis, one of the longest book in the Bible. And it carries so many stories, has so many generations, so many important things, so many characters that are highlighted. And these characters, as we read them, we have to remember that these are not characters that we have to emulate. These characters are used for us to kind of hold up as a mirror. Are we choosing to do God's will, or are we falling into some of the same traps that these characters fell into? When we fall, do we just stay there, do make things worse, or do we get up and know that God is always there, ready to help us and bring us and put us back on the right path? So I am going to leave you here with the end of Genesis. Thank you so much for staying tuned with us. For the last few blogs of this year, I am actually going to shift, and I'm not going to be talking about the book of Genesis or even the Bible. I am actually going to talk about our building project at Holiness Tabernacle. So stay tuned for that. We went through a lot of ups and downs, and it's been an emotional roller coaster, but God is blessing. So stay tuned for Let's Talk. God bless.